Chambers of the Occult may contain content that might not be suitable for all listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. What?
Hello.
This is episode 10, right?
Yeah, episode 10.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Is
It's been a while since we recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
ask, are you still there, listeners?
I know. We skipped an episode. Sorry about
Yeah.
that, but we're back. We're back in
Life
bed.
happens, and we went through life.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess there's a better way to say that, but it is life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Is there a better way to say it?
I don't think so. I don't really want to find one.
Anyway,
I am
welcome back
Jay.
to the Chambers of the Occult.
Oh. Yeah.
We're three
I'm Kai.
friends.
Hey.
Just roll
Oh my
around. Go,
God.
Alexis.
Oh my God. Oh.
Go.
Oh,
Did you
I'm
forget your name?
Alexis.
Yay, you did it.
Woo. Okay.
All
And I'm
right,
Jay.
all right. Are we cool?
Welcome. Yeah. Anything happening
I
with you
don't know.
guys' lives? I know Alexis wanted to talk about something,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
we were
Is
like,
it-
hold
what's
on
on your
till-
mind? What's on your
Because-
mind?
I was discussing a certain matter with a person that I know in my life, and we were talking about.
Okay.
I think we were talking. I think we were talking
Very
about the
vague.
Mandela. What?
Oh, I just said that was very vague.
Yeah.
It's just my friend. She's my old boss. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
but we were talking about the Mandela effect, and I don't know if you guys have heard of it or seen this video or anything like that. But do you guys know the fruit of the loom thing?
Yeah. Oh,
Ah.
yeah. The,
Oh.
Am I not? Yeah, the
What is it
cornucopia.
Thank you. I was gonna call it like porcupine.
Same thing, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, so I just found this out. All right, yeah, pretty recently. But people were saying that they've always remembered the Fruit of the Loom logo with the cornucopia in it. And everybody was like, no, it was never in it, blah, blah, blah. And then one person was like so adamant about that cornucopia that they went through their old clothes and they found this shirt with the cornucopia in it and the logo. And I was like, oh my God, it's a
That
glitch in
person
the
is not
universe,
from this
brother.
reality.
I was like, that's crazy. Never
No,
been surprised to see a cornucopia, but
It's not even just like the Fruit of the Loom logo either. It's like so many different
so many things. Yeah.
It's
The
actually crazy.
Monopoly
Really do
Man,
an episode
monocle.
on the Mandela effect one day, and we should.
Yeah. What?
Let us know if you're interested, listeners.
Yeah.
We could all team up
What
and
they
just
said.
come up with different things.
What
Because-
if the real Mandela effect was like us not being a real podcast at all? And we're actually like,
In a simulation,
yeah.
Power Wash Simulator, IRL.
Dude, that game
Oh
was
my God.
awesome.
I love that game.
Or, you know what?
Listeners,
We
comment
need
if
to
you
still
want
play
us
some
to play
games.
Yeah, I was gonna say, listeners,
Yes.
let us know if you want us to
YouTube
play Power Wash
videos.
Simulator.
Or to be honest, just anything.
Anything.
Like
Anything.
scary game because
Literally any
with young
suggestions ever.
Five Night Chat Freddy's.
Like, we will take into consideration any suggestion you send to us ever at any time.
Yeah,
I won't.
please email us.
I'll
Yeah.
make fun of you.
We did get a few emails recently, which was nice, but we need more.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Mhm.
don't need more. We want more.
Oh my God, so
No, we
deep.
need more, please.
That's true.
No, because going back
yeah.
to what Alexa said about the Mandela effect, I don't know if you ever remember seeing like Tinkerbell show up in the Disney movies, like before it started, like with the castle and things like that. The only time I remember that it's for the DVDs, not for the actual movies. But
Wait,
I don't
what?
know.
Oh.
I might just be not from this reality.
I don't think you are.
Definitely
You are
not.
out of this world, Jay.
Okay, Alexis, does Curious George have a tail or not?
He does.
He does.
No, he doesn't. He has a
He
short
doesn't.
He does.
He has a short tail, right?
He
That's a
doesn't.
tail.
Look him up right
That's
now.
a tail.
Like none at all.
No tail at
No.
all. Look him up right
You're
now.
lying to me.
Look him
No,
up
you're
right
lying
now.
to
He
me.
has no tail.
No, you're lying to me. There's no way.
He has no tail.
Why does his buttocks have no tail attached to it?
The man in the yellow hat actually never wears yellow.
He does.
I hate you. You know what's crazy?
Why does
I
bro
to,
have no
look back at the
tail?
photo.
He has
No,
no
he does.
tail.
Where is his? Who took his tail?
No, he does. He does.
He didn't
I don't care
have
what
one.
anybody says. He does.
Did you look it up, Alexis?
Yeah, and I see a tail. I don't know what
God.
you guys are talking about.
Oh my
Well,
god! Is that
anyway.
Curious George puppet? Oh my
What?
God.
Need a cop?
What did you find?
A Curious George. Oh, it's just a plush.
Oh, you guys
Alpaca
want...
plush and wool felt. The hell?
Oh,
Circa 2002. What?
damn.
I don't know how you got there, but okay.
I mean, I'll send the link right now.
Next thing you know, we're going to have
I
a
want-
Curious George plush.
No, seriously, it's
I love
$375,
Wait, what?
Damn, dude.
and it's a 9-inch doll.
Damn.
Okay.
It's pretty big, though.
But that's
$375 for that, though?
Oh,
That's crazy.
I have spent that kind of amount of money on rocks, so
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that's
Jay.
fine. I know. Let's see
Goodness
this
gracious.
monkey. Oh, he's not even a good-looking monkey.
No, he's not.
I mean,
He's
he looks
just
like
a
a monkey. But
Well, are you saying monkeys are ugly?
I was gonna say that's wow. Can't believe it, Jay.
because he doesn't have a tail, Alexis doesn't like him.
Yeah,
I see. She's racist.
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I don't know if that's
Oh,
like
I
a
mean,
race thing
wait,
or
wait.
just like a deformity thing.
Anyways, I loved Curious George growing up.
I loved watching it before school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah.
That was
Oh,
my
I
Curious
found-
George
guys.
impression.
Oh my god, I
What'd
thought
you
he
find?
was in the call. Oh my god, I found a Curious George backpack.
Backpack.
It's a lounge pie backpack. Backpack.
See,
Backpack.
I know the song, but I only know it in Spanish.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know like the song at all, so I guess that's a better start. But
Fair.
dude, Dora the Explorer was my show when I was little. That was my shit. When I
You
was
don't
growing
remember
up.
the song?
Yet I don't remember the song. No. I I don't remember my childhood. Do you guys remember your
Okay.
childhood? Like what is your earliest memory?
Okay, I got you. All right. So my earliest memory. This is one of the first things I remember. I have no idea why. I was maybe like, this was when trauma. So like 6, and then I remember my mom putting my hair in buns and then like putting socks on them so that my hair would come out curly the next day. But like fuzzy socks. And that's
How
the earliest
old were
memory that I
you?
have. I was probably like 5 or 6, yeah. I don't remember much before then. I have like these memories that I've implanted in my brain, so I can't tell what's real.
No, same.
So
I don't have active recall of memories literally like ever. Like
What do you mean
No, literally.
active recall?
like I cannot just access a memory. Like I can't just like
No,
think
same.
on it. like there has to be something very explicit that like triggers a memory, and then I can actually like.
It always works.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know people can go back and literally just like think of a memory or something.
No,
well, I mean, I feel like okay, because Alexa's going back to like the first memory we had.
Yeah.
I have a couple, but I don't know which one I was the youngest at. But once again, Alexa's trauma.
Yeah, I know why I remember that memory.
No, so, I had one from like preschool, I want to say.
Damn.
Yeah, like bro, I don't remember preschool at all.
I have like 2 memories from preschool, and one of them was just because I was,
Actually,
of course, a tiny child. Like, I was done with one class, and the next year I had a different teacher, and I think I just cried because I wanted the same teacher. That's it.
What?
But yeah, you know, because when you start a new grade, you get a new teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was crying because I didn't want a new teacher. I wanted my old teacher. But another one that I have is as a, I don't know, like preschooler, first grader, second grader, maybe. No, preschooler. I almost killed a girl, or I thought I did.
Oh
my God, Jay, you should not admit this at the podcast.
She's okay. She is okay. She survived.
How do you know? Do you still talk to her?
Because I apologized to her for almost killing her. It's not like what it sounds like.
I think it is exactly what it sounds like.
The playground, like, you know, there's all the they're not toys, but they're, what do we call them? Playground games? Playground things?
Like, yeah, just activities. I don't know.
Yeah, things to play on. And we never had the swings to play on because they were like wrapped up.
Oh.
I don't know. For as long as I can remember, the swings were just not part of the playground. They were just wrapped up.
That's so sad.
And one day, I thought I liked this girl. So I wanted to like...
I'm sorry, continue.
So I tried to get her to go play with me with the swings, but of course they're wrapped up. And because I was a pretty tall kid for my age, like not super tall, just like a few inches more than other kids.
No, I can imagine.
I was like jumping and hitting the swing so it would like unwrap. And, you know, I did that once and it was like unwrapping and I kept doing it. And at some point, as it was unwrapping, it hit the girl on the face.
Oh my God, Jay.
And I ran away.
Fuck. What?
You serial killer.
No, so...
I'm kidding.
Looking back, it would have been fine if she wasn't standing in front of the swing. I mean, she saw me.
You're blaming her.
No, we're kids. There's no one to blame.
I'm just kidding.
You
guys were kids. You guys were kids.
No, at that point, I blame the teachers for wrapping up the swings.
Valid.
No, so I ran to the front of the like school, and there's a gate, so I couldn't leave. And I started like sobbing there, thinking that I was gonna like go to jail because like I killed her. I was like a kindergarten.
Oh God.
I was in kindergarten. I really did think that like her face was gone or something.
That's kind of before though, I guess.
Eventually, I think it was the principal or like one of the teachers came over and like she wasn't upset or anything. She was just like, "Why are you crying?" And I just told her everything. And she clearly already knew what happened. She was just being a good teacher and, you know, getting my side of the story.
Yeah.
And they told me that she was fine. I think they gave her like an ice pack or they gave her something. It wasn't anything major. She had no broken nose. She wasn't bleeding. It just hurt her.
It was yeah.
So I went back and I apologized. And that's why I'm gay, because I almost killed a girl.
Honestly, great. Yeah. I think that's like very valid reason.
Yeah. I was traumatized by girls from a young age.
Yeah. Because you killed one.
Yeah. Because I'm like, shoot.
Did I?
No, but like you said, like when it comes to early memories, I think it's like trauma and like weird little things that are important.
100%. Yeah.
I have this like.
Go ahead.
What? Okay.
You have?
Who's going ahead? Me?
Yeah.
You did say you have.
I have this implanted memory. I think it's implanted. I don't know if it's real or not. Of like
you say it like aliens took you and
implanted the memory into your mind.
Because I don't know. Like a made up memory, I guess. Whatever. I have this made up memory in my head. I don't know if it's made up or if it's true. Of like, this is the only like kindergarten, I guess, memory that I have. And it's so embarrassing. I don't know if I should share, but like, it just like, I guess it's like the only memory that I like look back on and I'm like, dude, is this true or not? Because if it is, oh my God, dude, that is so embarrassing because it was so embarrassing.
So what is it?
I was going to say, you can't just not tell us now.
No, it wasn't really that embarrassing. Okay, I guess maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I didn't know that like, I went into the bathroom.
I don't know what you're going to say, but I'm nervous.
I went into the bathroom and I really had to pee. And then the number 1 turned into a number 2 and I got scared because I don't think I knew what a number 2 was at that point. I don't know.
What?
But, like, yeah. Like I got scared.
Bro had never shit in her life.
Or at least I never knew it. I don't know. Like I didn't know what I was actively doing. I don't know.
Aliens definitely implanted this.
Yeah, that's a memory from aliens for sure.
For sure. I don't know. But like I always look back on it and I'm like, dude, is this real or not? I don't know. Anyways.
So that's when you realize that you're like a person that has thoughts and you became sentient.
What?
I think my earliest memory, like I'm not even sure if it's like a true memory, right? Or if it's been, like altered some way. But yeah. I don't remember. I literally do not remember most things. It's insane. But I think the earliest memory I have is when I was in like 2nd or 3rd grade, maybe. I think it was 2nd grade.
Damn.
And it's like, so like definitely not as early as y'all.
No.
Crazy. Yeah, anything before them, I don't remember whatsoever.
You were like 7, 6?
Some of us are like bloomers, Alexis. Like you with your number 2.
Yeah. No, but it was also like embarrassing. I was at school, right? And like elementary school, and we went to the computer lab for that day because we were doing like, I don't know if it was state testing or if it was like some type of testing or something that we were doing in the computer lab. But I was sitting there doing my test, and you know how sometimes like if you pause your test at like, or like you couldn't get up to go to the bathroom or anything because like you couldn't pause your test.
Yeah.
So, or I was too scared something would happen. But I was doing my test, blah, 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 and I really had to go pee. But I was so scared to like ask my teacher to go to the bathroom and like get up and go pee that I just peed my pants.
Hold on, what grade were you in?
I think it was 2nd or 3rd grade.
Okay, I have the exact same story.
I don't know. It might have been a little bit later though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not too sure. I think it was 3rd grade. I don't know.
Mine was for sure 4th grade.
Okay, it gets
maybe
worse
third
though.
Grade.
So
3rd or 4th grade, yeah.
So I peed my pants, right? And it like soaked through my shorts or whatever that I was wearing. Of course, I finished my test and then I got up and I moved to a different computer. But the chair that I was just sitting in had like a pile of my pee, like a puddle of pee just in the chair. And I was like, oh my God. But then there was this other girl from my class and she came in late because she had like a doctor's appointment or something. She came in late. She walks over down the rows of the seat. Yeah. And guess which chair she decides to pull out and sit down on yours. Yep. The one with the puddle of my pee. She sits down and she's like, ew, like, why is this wet? And she like touches it and she's like, oh, that's so gross. And she like wipes her hand off and then she just moves to a different chair. And I was like, oh, I don't know. That's so weird. Why is it wet?
No.
It's so embarrassing.
I remember you telling me that.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's my earliest memory that I have. I don't know.
Did y'all ever order things from like the Scholastics, like catalog?
All the time. The Scholastic Book Fair?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
So
love
I
that.
have a memory about that as well because I transferred schools during like middle school at some point, and I had ordered some things in one school, and I had collected like money between like the couch cushions and things like that just to like make it up to like what I wanted to buy. And I put the order in, and I get transferred from one school to another one, and I'm like, oh great, like I'm never gonna see my scholastic order. And at some point I was a new kid, and then at some point there was a new kid that like transferred after me. And when the scholastic thing came, they moved it to, they sent it to my school where I got transferred. But I guess they told that it was for the new kid, and rather than giving me my scholastic order, he got my scholastic order.
That's
And I never said anything, and I just had to sit there in class as he like unwrapped it like across the classroom from me, and I saw him get everything out.
So, I never did that. I never ordered from like Scholastic, blah, 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 blah.
Really? You never like got anything from the Scholastic Book Fair?
No, I had to use my money for food. Yeah. It is a necessity. Whoa. Sometimes.
I spent way too much money on the book fair. It was
me too.
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah. There was this one year though. I think it was like 5th grade, maybe something like that. I stole just a bunch of shit from the book fair.
Really?
Because that was like the cool thing. It was the cool thing to do. Like all of my friends were like stealing shit, and so it actually got so bad that like the school started having to make like announcements to not steal. And eventually, like you couldn't just go into the book fair. Like there was one of the teachers who was outside and like had to check to make sure you actually had money on you to be able to go inside and buy things. And then sometimes they would like check your pockets or whatever as you went outside. But I still went in and I like stole a bunch of shit. I put a bunch of stuff in like my like waistband and I kept it tucked in there. I would like slide like bookmarks and stuff into my shoes. Like under my feet to keep them hidden. And I stole so much stuff this one time. And I was so scared because I was trying to walk out with it. And the lady was like, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't end up getting anything. And she was like, really? You didn't end up getting anything? I was like, nope, I didn't find anything I like. And she was like, you sure? So if I were to, check your pockets right now, nothing would be in there, right? And I was like, yeah, no, like I didn't take anything. And I was like afraid for my life in that moment.
Yeah.
Luckily she didn't actually like search, like she believed me for some reason, I guess. And she let me go. And I was like waddling back to my classroom because I had a bunch of stuff in my pants. It was so dumb.
Looking back, they sold a lot of like tiny little things that we clearly should have not spent money on.
100%.
No, yeah.
Like, why are you just letting kids spend money on this stuff?
Yeah.
Like,
The one thing that I did and remember buying from the book fair was like a little collection of like Goosebump books.
Oh, cute.
Oh my god.
So, that was really fun.
Do you guys remember those chocolate calculators?
Yeah.
The calculators shaped like a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
And they smelled like chocolate too.
I'm looking this up right now.
I loved those things.
I love chocolate. I like dark chocolate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like...
Those were sick.
I don't know if I've ever seen them. Are they like actual chocolate or are they actual calculators?
No, it's an actual calculator, but like it looks and it smells like chocolate.
That's wild.
Listeners, do you remember them? Do you remember the Scholastic Book Fair in general?
Yeah, tell us what you bought.
Let us know. Yeah,
or
tell us
what you like
from there.
Yeah.
The other day, like I was back at work for the first time in like 2 weeks, right? Like a week and a half or something.
Yeah.
And so it was the first time I really had used my water bottle since then. And I of course like cleaned it and I like filled it up and everything to get ready for work. And I took my first sip of the water, and like since that day, the lid of my water bottle for some reason has smelled like the chocolate calculator.
Really?
Yeah, like the plastic of the lid or something. Like I don't know. It's like chemical composition and like maybe the way it heated up from it just sitting there for 2 weeks, like made it smell chocolatey for some reason. I don't know.
If that's a good
I'm
thing.
cool with
Does
it.
it still smell like that?
It's very faded now. It was decently strong a few days ago. Now it's just like, eh. Yeah, probably not the best thing, but
no.
But it was a little nostalgic for a little bit.
No, of course, yeah. At that point, I'm like, yeah, but concerning at first.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Alexis, yeah.
Yeah, she relates.
Yeah. I relate. I relate. Anyways.
All right. Are we ready for the spooky?
Yeah, should we give the listeners what they're here for?
Spooky, scary skeletons. Which, speaking of skeletons, that brings me into H.H. Holmes.
What?
My true crime case.
Oh, I forgot you were starting us off.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I forgot too. I thought you were... Wait.
No, I'm true crime.
Oh, wow.
Well,
remember?
Cool.
Take it away.
Someone doesn't pay attention.
Before, I just want to say, if you guys do want to hear more of us just like talking and chatting away like this, let us know. Give us topics like on our website for our suggestions. We would love to have days where we can just like talk about random stuff that you guys want to hear from us. So that'd be really fun.
Because we see each other, but we still don't see each other as much as we would like to.
Yeah.
So talking is always nice.
It is.
It's okay.
All right. Take it away, Alexis.
Yeah, take it away, ma'am.
All right, I'll take it away since, I always carry this podcast. Anyways.
I mean, you start us off.
Yeah, my back is hurting a
So
little
you're
bit.
starting off from now on then, or?
No, I'll let you guys go first every now and then so you can boost your egos a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank
you.
If
you go first, how are you going to carry us?
It's okay.
Are you going to be pushing us instead?
I'll push you guys. I'll push you guys along.
Okay, so you're covering a big case.
How do you know I'm covering a big case?
Just because I know it's a big case. You tell me. I just know it's a big case. I know like 2% of information from this individual.
Oh my god. So, wait, did this individual, do you know what I'm talking about roughly?
Well, you did say the name already. You said H.H. Holmes.
No, I'm sorry, but this was a listener suggestion.
Oh, yeah.
Did they say that they wanted their name to be mentioned?
Did they write their name in the suggestion?
I know, all three of us know who it is.
H.H. Holmes?
I don't think they did. Hold on.
Is this an old suggestion?
It was one of the original stories. No, it's not. It's
one of the original
preferred name and pronouns. They just said their name. So yeah, let's give them a shout out.
Okay. All right. So this one's to our homeboy. All three of us, we love this guy. His name is Alex. Lovely colleague.
Let's go.
Thank you for the suggestion, Alex.
Thank you very much. He be supporting, so let me support you, bro, by telling this case. Let me flow right now, okay? So this is H.H. Holmes. He was originally born as Herman Webster Mudgett, but
Mudgett?
Yeah.
Can you spell it out?
Mud get with 2 T's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you spell it out?
I just did. You.
And can you use it in a sentence?
Country of origin.
Budget up.
Country of origin.
Your mama.
Wow.
Are you not going to give us the country of origin?
New Hampshire, Gilmanton.
Wow.
Specifically. So he was originally born as Herman Webster Mudgett, but he's also known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes, H.H. Holmes. He was born May 16th, 1861 in Gilmanton, New Hampshire. And he is also known as one of America's first serial killers. So Holmes grew up very privileged in life. He grew up very well educated, just like Sarah, for real. And he he eventually showed some signs, and people around him started raising some concerns about him. Holmes, at an early age, became really interested in medicine and started performing surgeries on animals. So that was like the first telltale sign that he was an interesting guy, is what we should say, maybe.
Big animals, small animals?
All of the above.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if it was like birds that he caught or like cats.
It doesn't get into specifics as to what animals he killed. But I mean, there's one where he would just like, I think it just started with dissecting frogs, and then it became larger from there. Yeah.
I did that in middle school.
I never did that.
Oh, is that a sign?
That's
in class. In class. Let me clarify. It was a scientific dissection.
Sure. I save. But yeah, he was known to like dissect animals as if he was performing a surgery on them. So that was like one of the first things that really came up that, of course, caught people's eye. But some say that he might have been responsible for one of his friends' death as well. There's no record of who this friend is. It doesn't say anything about who that person is, when they died, how they died. So I had no idea. It is simply just like a rumor, I assume. But eventually, as Holmes grew up, he went to go onto the University of Michigan. He was in the medicine and surgery department, and he would actually claim false insurance claims by stealing corpses. Don't even ask me how that
this is that man.
Yeah. He would also use
this guy.
I've heard of someone stealing corpses for like insurance money, but I didn't know the whole story.
Mm-hmm. So, just to go back a little bit, so Holmes found work forward a little bit. After he got his degree, Holmes found work in a pharmacy, and this is when he started going under his alias of Dr. Henry H. Holmes, H.H. Holmes. He moved to Chicago in August 1886. 1886. Mm-hmm. And So he began working at a drugstore. It was in the Inglewood section of Chicago. The owner of the drugstore was Elizabeth Holton. Eventually, Holmes bought the store from Holton, and across the street from the drugstore, he purchased an empty lot of land, and he started construction in 1887. He built this 2-story building, and there were rumors that there were secret passageways, trapdoors, soundproof rooms, gas jets for asphyxiation. Oh my God, asphyxiation. Bro. My fault.
Take a breath.
And then there was also these doors that would only lock from the outside, and he also had a kiln for cremation, is what people would say. This is actually published from the Yellow Press during that time. The Yellow Press also claimed this building to be the murder castle.
Oh.
Now,
whoa.
Yeah.
That's what happened to get that title.
So, let me tell you. Now, I don't know entirely, none of us, or like from what I've researched, nobody knows entirely how many people he killed. The estimate is from 20 to 200 people. And
that's a big range.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Huge.
That goes from the double to the triple digits real quick.
Yeah. 20 to what?
20 to 200.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, that's the estimate, but a lot of the research that I've done about this is pretty vague. Like some of it is like rumors, some of it is things that he confessed to but never got charged against for. So it's really kind of like it's like a gray area, I guess. But he started building that building again in 1887. And the first floor, he built a new drugstore. The second floor was mainly meant for like apartments and retail stores, which is kind of crazy. But he also denied the Architects and Steel Company, Etna Iron and Steel is the company name. He declined them of pay, so they took him to court in 1888. Have no idea what happened in court. There's no record that I could find if he was, like, if there was a settlement or anything like that. There's no knowledge of. But then he built another floor in the building in 1892, which was meant to be like a hotel for anybody who was visiting the exposition for the World's Columbian Exposition. So a lot of visitors, a lot of tourists would go through. And so some would say that he would lure people into this hotel that he built so that he could kill them and sell their skeletons to local medical schools. And this is something that he's done before. He did used to sell bodies when he was in medical school in Michigan. He would sell their bodies at local medical schools.
Yeah, wasn't that legal for many years?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Which is crazy to think about. The fact that you could just sell a body to just some random medical school and just like, it's normal, it's okay.
I mean, that's what Milo wants to do. He wants to donate his body to science.
No, but I mean, like, that's a thing that, like, pretty commonly happened. Like, medical schools would just buy bodies and, like, not question where they came from.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah.
Now they rely on donations.
So, there's, like, not a whole lot as to what the interior of the building looks like. Some say that the hotel that he made on the third floor was like a maze with like brick walls and windowless rooms, as well as like dead end staircases.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
Sound familiar? Wink, wink. And then, well, maybe, but Sarah was different. It's okay. But it was just a normal floor. It was just a normal hotel, nothing really too crazy. But there were some hidden rooms. So Holmes said these hidden rooms were mainly meant for hiding furniture, which I think is weird, I guess.
I don't believe it. If he said that it's to like hide art, I would believe that more than for furniture.
But it could be possible. So this is what they say. They said he was hiding furniture that he bought on credit and that he didn't want to pay for. And this man doesn't seem like he wants to pay for much of anything. So honestly, I wouldn't put it past him.
Fair. After being taken to court, I see that a little bit.
Yeah. But when they went into the building, like I said, I mentioned that there were secret passageways, gas chambers, a kiln for cremation. When they went into the building, they didn't really find any of that. So these rumors came really from out of nowhere. But
rumors.
Yeah. What did you want to say?
Nothing.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm processing this.
I'm processing it too. However, even though his home or his building didn't necessarily look like it was a murder house, he still confessed to murdering people in that building. He confessed to mainly using suffocation kind of methods to kill them. He would overdose them with chloroform. He would expose them to gaslight fumes. He would also trap them in airless vent kind of vaults and leave them there. He would also make them starve and burn them alive in his castle, is what he says. So he does describe it as
a castle.
Yes, yeah. He does describe it as a castle. Now, I don't know why he describes it as such. It could have just simply came from the fact that that newspaper said that it was a murder castle.
Did he start getting, like, did he get arrested before confessing, or did he just blur it out of nowhere?
He did. He got arrested quite a few times. But eventually the hotel that he had was actually gutted by fire. But
the hell?
It was by an unknown arsonist. Some people say it was him. Now, the reason why people say it was him is because he was known for insurance fraud. That was one of his biggest things. He loved scheming. He was
wait.
Bro was diabolical.
Yeah.
But did he get paid from his building burning?
What? Sorry.
Did he had insurance against like fire?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I'm like, because if he didn't, then I don't see the point in it.
But it's kind of crazy because he did get arrested for that reason. He got arrested for that in 1893. He got arrested for insurance fraud after the fire. And then he actually conducted this whole thing with Ben Pitzel, I think is his last name, how you pronounce it. And he also helped Pitzel fake his own death to also defraud the insurance company. Yeah. He actually had a $10,000 life insurance policy. So he got a whole lot of money from that.
Do you know what that would be equivalent to now?
Yeah, I can look that up for you. Let me look that up.
Let me look that up for you really quick.
$10,000.
Yeah, remember, you're a math major.
Yeah, I am. $3,483.87.
Okay.
Wait, what?
That's like
what?
Not.
That's like less.
That's not that much.
Oh, oopsies!
Yeah,
I typoed $347,000 at the
Okay, that sounds more.
Yeah, like there we go. Yeah, that's the right one. I mistyped. Okay. But yeah,
math major.
So 347.
Did he live like a life of luxury or anything like that?
No. His father was abusive growing up. That's like the main reason why people think he ended up being like this, of course. But other than that, he did grow up like he had food at his table every day. Grew up on a
but did he like buy expensive things? Did he go on trips? Or,
no.
Like, what was the reason for the money?
No, there's no really real motive behind it. I think he just really wanted to scam people.
He just wanted money. He just loved scamming people.
Yeah, no, literally, he was just known to be a con artist. He loved scamming people.
Wow.
I think part of it is that he loved scamming people, and also he liked making his own businesses in a way, I guess.
And then burning them?
Yeah, so that he can get more money from them.
And then make a new business?
Fun.
What was that?
Not gonna lie, seems pretty fun.
Yeah.
He would burn one down and start a new business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I just like fire, so.
Fire is nice. I love fire.
You heard it here, folks.
So if you want to come up with me with fire, please don't. Anyways. But
keep going.
To continue. Yeah, so Homeboy just really liked scamming people. Not really sure why. I think he's just found joy in it, really. He's kind of psychopath. But anyways, after 1938, he was released on bail. But after 1938, he ended up owning a one-story factory, which he claimed was meant for glass bending. which is crazy.
I'm sorry?
Thick? Okay.
Yeah, glass bending. But
this man really dabbled.
He did.
But it was never
Kind of sounds like me in a way.
But it was never used.
It was never what?
It was never used. He never used that building, that factory, at all.
For anything?
Oh.
Really?
It was just completely left untouched. So the purpose for it was left unknown, really.
This man was pining after someone, and he was like, yeah, I own a glass bending factory. But never cared to use it.
No, yeah. There's so many, like, weird things about this dude. I was just like, okay, you don't make
I don't know.
any sense to me.
Maybe he was just interested in a bunch of things, and then he got like bored really quickly.
It just decided
was he like married? Did he have a fiance? Did he ever go?
No. Okay, wait. Okay, so the thing is, he was. Oh, what was the term? He was a.
He could be a lot of things, Alexis.
There we go. Bigamist. He was a bigamist. So he liked marrying married people.
Mom.
Yeah.
And then
he definitely sounds like me.
Okay, shut up. Anyway,
yeah, what are you on? Like your fourth wife this year?
Yeah, fifth actually. Last one didn't quite work out.
Got it. That's why we were gone last week. There was a wedding happening.
Exactly. Yeah. It was pretty nice. Honeymoon lasted a couple days, but
yeah. Now you're looking for your sixth one?
Out. Yeah. She'll come around soon enough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Keep going, Alexis.
I hate everything about you guys. Okay, sorry. Yeah, he's a bigamist. So he liked marrying married people, but he killed a lot of his wives. Guess what? For money.
Do we have names of victims?
I'm actually going to name some right now. Yeah, I got you. So, these are presumed murders. So, not entirely sure, but huge possibility. Before he moved to Chicago in 1880, one of his first murders was around Hickson in Tennessee. And he was suspected to murder a train conductor. William C. Berman was his name. Berman, he was 56 years old, and he was just a normal train conductor. And Holmes actually stole his identity while running from... Yeah.
Yeah, this man liked to dabble in things.
That's why
everything.
He stole his identity, and he ran from Georgia because they suspected that he had murdered somebody over there as well. And there's no record as to who that person went. This is the first kind of recorded murder that there is. And then there's also his mistress that he murdered. She was 31. Not his wife, his mistress. Her name is Julia Smythe.
What's her name? Julia?
Yeah, Julia Smythe.
Hello? Okay.
Julia Smythe, she was 31 years old. She was also married to a doctor. She had a thing for doctors. Nice. Lawrence Islis Connor. Guess what his nickname was?
What?
Ned
That's Rambo.
Cool. Oh, I was thinking Ned Flanders.
Oh.
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide.
Yeah, so she was married to a man named Ned. But she moved I think they both moved into Holmes's building and even worked at the same pharmacy he was at. I believe Julia Smythe was actually working as a person selling jewelry, because there was like a jewelry counter that they had. And after Smythe's husband found out about her affair with Holmes, he quit and he moved away, and he left her with their 5-year-old daughter, Pearl Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is Pearl okay?
Yeah, Pearl's okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, well, Pearl might be okay. So he left her with their 5-year-old daughter, Pearl Connor, and Smythe eventually she gained custody of Pearl and stayed at the hotel and continued to date Holmes. And on Christmas Eve of 1891, Julia and Pearl disappeared. Completely vanished.
Into the darkness, into the night.
Mm-hmm. And Holmes was like claiming that Julia left just randomly to visit her sister, who at the time was dying, is what he said. But then later on, he changed his story and said that she fled from her former husband. And then later on, he claimed that Julia died during an abortion. So really, he just switches up the stories
that this man have.
Oh, literally, yeah. But because of his medical background, it's pretty highly unlikely that he would have actually like let her do that. I don't know. That's what they say.
Controlling. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah, he thinks that Julia didn't die from an abortion, which contradicts what he says before, which is weird. And then he claimed to have poisoned Pearl.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. He claimed to have poisoned Pearl. And then later on, a skeleton was found, only partial. And it looks like it was possibly to a child that was around Pearl's age. They found it.
Why is this man still running around?
Yeah. Why'd he poison Pearl?
Well, the only real motive, and it's not really even motive to me at least, is that like the husband that left, he was a key witness to the trial that Holmes went through for when he got sued by that company that he declined them pay. He was a key witness.
Okay.
Wait, but why would you go after his daughter rather than him?
That's why it's like, that's why it's like kind of weird that he would go after his daughter instead of himself. So that's why I'm like, this is really the only motive that there can be. It just doesn't really fully make sense.
No, it really doesn't.
No. But they found that skeleton in his cellar. So that's like really that's I read that and I was like so sad. I don't know.
You might not know the answer, but do you know if it was ever buried?
No.
Like, no, it wasn't, or you don't know?
No, it wasn't buried. It wasn't buried. Sorry, that wasn't a clear answer.
No, I mean, like, did they bury it once they found it?
No.
Like, did they give it a burial? Okay.
So what'd they do with the skeleton?
I'm not sure what they did. It doesn't say anything.
Oh, it's in school now.
What?
It went to a medical school.
Oh, yeah, probably,
Yeah, probably.
I hated how that added up so well. Like, I was like, oh, that's probably what happened. Not what I wanted.
Yeah. But when the construction for Holmes's building was going on, there was actually a woman that was helping with the construction. Her name was Emmeline Cigrand. She was 23 years old. She worked for him for 6 months. And she was, I think she was helping with the construction, but also mainly just his secretary. Because I guess they had a connection to a doctor that had like a vaccine to cure alcoholism during that time.
I'm sorry?
I don't know. Yeah. So that's how they connected. I don't know. But she eventually disappeared as well. And there was like beliefs that she and Holmes were possibly in a relationship. The last time she was seen was in December 1892, and she told her parents that she left to marry a man named Robert Phelps, and they figured that she had gotten pregnant. That the authorities had figured she gotten pregnant by Holmes, and that she was a victim of another abortion.
Okay, once again, why is this man still running around?
No, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It doesn't even seem like he tries to keep a low profile or anything.
No,
like,
he doesn't. He really doesn't.
He just does shit.
But her luggage, her empty luggage at that, was found and sent back to her mother in Indiana Anderson. And her skeleton was found by the police.
Where?
In the home of a Chicago physician, M.G. Chappell was his name. He admitted that he had actually hidden 3 skeletons for H.H. Holmes.
Damn.
Yeah.
And is this what they put the man behind bars?
It doesn't say. I don't believe so, though.
Do you know, like, why he helped? Was he, like bribed or coerced or anything? Or was it just like, yeah, I'm going to help this dude hide skeletons?
I believe he also kind of was similar to Holmes in the way that they were both like skeleton articulators, I guess. So it wasn't like it was.
Okay.
It wasn't like he knew that. I don't think he necessarily knew what
that they were like murdered.
Doing. Yeah, exactly.
I see.
He was just like simply like examining the skeletons in his version of it.
Like, hey, I have a few skeletons to donate or like to sell to this school, but can you keep them in your closet for a while?
Yeah. Which is really, really...
What the fuck?
I mean, doesn't it make sense knowing that, like, it was so common to just sell skeletons to, like, schools?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like... I don't know. It's so weird that this is, like, normalized. But there was another possible murder that he committed in early 1893. She was an actress this time. She was a one-time actress. Okay. Her name was, her name is really Wilhelmina Williams, but they call her Minnie. She was 24.
Nicknames for people, like, in the olden days are so weird.
So weird,
like, yeah. Like how, like, what? Like, where did Sally come from? You know?
No, yeah,
like, why, like...
No, I literally think about that all the time.
Fair, yeah.
I don't know, Sarah and Sally are completely different. But anyways.
But I don't know, maybe they like the name and they pick it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I guess so, yeah.
But Holmes claimed that they met in an employment office, and they actually think that they met in Boston like years earlier before then when he was going by Harry Gordon. Bro was going by a lot of different names, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bro built his entire life on just being like a scam artist.
Is that why like
seriously.
they never like caught him because he was just a different person every time?
Yeah. He went under so many different aliases.
I mean, yeah, I guess you don't have to keep a low profile if you just keep on changing your identity. So,
yeah, and back in the like late 1800s,
it was easy to do so.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. But he offered her a job as his personal. I don't know how do you pronounce this.
Type it in.
Okay, I'm gonna type it in.
Yeah.
I think y'all will know. Sure. I don't know. I've never. There.
Come on, Madam Spelling Bee.
A stenographer?
Stenographer. Okay, that's how you say it. See, I was gonna say stenographer. I don't know. Okay, I've never had to say that word before. Anyways, he wanted her to be his personal stenographer. She accepted, and he actually persuaded her to transfer a deed to her property in Fort Worth, Texas, to a man named Alexander Bond, which is, guess what?
His fake name.
Is another fake name of his. Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you know how many he had?
No.
I mean, at this point already, it's probably something like
4,
we've talked
5.
about like 5, 6, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was probably like at a dozen or something.
There's a hand. What is it? Anyways, yeah. But April 1893, she transferred the deed, and he signed the deed over to Pitzel, that dude that I mentioned earlier who faked his own death.
Mm-hmm.
But he went under the aliases Benton T. Lyman. A month afterwards, Holmes and Williams were introducing themselves as husband and wife to rent an apartment in Chicago, Lincoln Park to be exact. And Minnie's younger sister, Anna Williams, she was 18, and they call her Nanny. Nanny came to visit July 5th, 1893. She wrote to her aunt that she wanted to accompany Brother Harry to Europe. And she signed off with a message, Brother Harry Holmes, by the way, says you need never trouble any more about me, financially or otherwise. He and sister will see to me. I hope our hard days are over. And they were never seen alive ever again.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
They were just found in a science classroom.
Holmes eventually, he actually used Minnie's name in future scams too.
What?
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Like after she was gone?
Yeah, after she was gone, she disappeared. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The balls on this man.
God, yeah.
Yeah. There was a 68-year-old creditor, John DeBrule. He died of apoplexy. Apoplexy? What's it called? Apoplexy? Yeah.
Type it out. I think so.
Yeah, but that one sounds more right than the first one.
Right? Apple. Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Yeah. Anyways.
Apoplexy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
He actually died in the drugstore, April 17th, 1891. Yeah. But he died after Holmes had poured a black liquid down his throat. And this was according to a witness.
Huh?
Yeah.
Do we know what that was?
So, yes, what happened?
It doesn't say what the black liquid was, but it does say that in 1895 that the life insurance policy that de Broglie had was then left over to Holmes after he passed.
Was there no autopsies being done at all?
No. They didn't suspect any foul play.
Wow.
Yeah. So they just closed the case. That's it. There was Emily Van Tassel. She disappeared after working for Holmes at the drugstore. Holmes actually mentioned her in his confession that he made. I've tried to find this confession, by the way, and I've not been able to find one. But in 1897, her name was cited in like a list of victims that Holmes had taken their lives from, and they also believe that her mother was a possible victim too. So, not entirely sure what happened with her mother with that one. And there's no real record of anything for that case. And then he had another stenographer, Kitty Kelly.
Kitty Kelly?
I like that name.
Yeah, Kitty Kelly's cute. It's not with an E in the middle of the L and Y, though, kind of. So
Bro, did you just dox my name?
My fault.
No, you're fine. I don't care. They know my name. They know.
Anyways, Kitty Kelly, she disappeared in 1892. They did not suspect any foul play, so they did not further investigation. And there was John Davis. He also disappeared and was declared legally dead in 1920, but he disappeared in 1893 after staying in the hotel of Holmes's building. So there's a lot of things that are happening in Holmes's building right now.
Is that building still standing?
No. I believe it is like torn down. Murder Castle.
Find anything when they tore it down?
Holmes Murder Castle.
I
mean, to be fair, if I were like a serial killer, I think calling it my murder castle would be pretty sick.
Would it?
Like, I'm just being real.
I also think that people wouldn't take it serious because it's in the name.
100%. No.
Yeah.
It's like when people fucking. I don't get why this comparison came to mind. It's not close in any way whatsoever. But like when John Wayne Gacy would like take people to his home and like his neighbors would hear their screams and like they wouldn't care because they were just like, oh, he's a clown.
Yeah.
That doesn't relate at all, but
no, I know what you mean. I know way better. No. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm not.
That's fine. I'm barely picking it up.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay.
Anyway, Murder Castle, is it still here?
No, it's not. But there a lot of his victims simply just really disappeared. There's no the police, a lot of them saw no foul play in a lot of these cases, so they never actually investigated and tried to find the like correlation between Holmes and these sudden disappearances, which is crazy to think about.
It's going on for years.
Yeah, they found a human hair in the chimney of his building that belonged to Lucy Burbank, and then they just didn't do anything about it.
Was Lucy the one that went to Europe or the one that ran away with a 5-year-old?
Neither. That was Julia Smythe.
So who is Lucy Burbank?
Okay.
Lucy is a new girl. She's Lucy was just another victim. It was she was just a regular person. There is no, yeah. She
was just another victim. She was just a regular person.
Well, I'm sorry. But like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
With the other ones, like, at least they worked underneath him, but she was literally just a person living. And then all of a sudden she disappeared.
She wasn't.
And her I wasn't going to say all that, but she disappeared and her hair was found in his chimney. That happened in 1895. But he also claimed that he killed 2 people in Illinois in the 1890s in Lake County. It was confirmed.
Like, will you say that he's claimed that he killed people? Was that after his arrest, or everything is still happening?
This was after his arrest. So he's making all these claims that he's killed all these people. And he claimed that he killed about 27 people, but he only got charged for 1 murder.
Wow, what?
Yeah.
What murder did he end up getting charged for?
Let me see. It doesn't actually say when I looked it up. It just says that out of all the murders that he claimed and that he confessed to, I actually found his confession too. So I'll be sending that. Yeah, I found it. I found it.
Read that off.
Yeah,
I can't actually read it. I'll send it to you, and I'll show you why I can't actually read it.
Oh, is his handwriting like terrible?
It's a newspaper article. It's a part of a newspaper article, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is there Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll tell the listeners what we can't read it.
And it's an old timey cursive.
Sorry, a little too relatable now.
What?
Sorry, keep going. You'll find out later.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I never learned how to write in cursive.
I did.
So it's hard for me to read it sometimes too.
So okay, now I just found it. Okay, so he confessed to 27 murders.
Wow.
But I just found this. His lawyer later admitted that he had actually killed 133 people.
His lawyer admitted that?
Yes.
Is this when we start getting into the hundreds?
What was that?
This is when we start getting into the higher numbers.
Yeah. So 133 people is the amount that at least his lawyer claimed.
See, that's so weird to me, though. Why would the lawyer say that?
Right?
Like I get it. You are dealing with like a murderer, blah, 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 but there's still like
your client,
the confidentiality aspect of it. But then also
this was after he died when he admitted.
Oh, this was after he died? Okay. Yes. I'm sure the lawyer did not care then.
No.
I bet Holmes was probably like the proudest of those 27 that he admitted to. But the rest of them he just like didn't really care about. I don't know.
But he was tried in 1895 for, I mentioned Pitzel, his kind of associate. He was tried for Pitzel's murders. Pitzel was a serial killer during that time. He murdered 3 children.
Damn.
Yeah. And that was when Holmes made those confessions to those 27 murders. I guess kind of to, I don't know, lessen his sentencing.
What was his sentencing?
Oh, he was sentenced to death.
Okay.
What was that? Yeah, he was sentenced
I was gonna say that's it, but then I was like, oh wait, I was like, they can't really do too much more.
I wants more. He wants more.
Yeah. So Benjamin Pitezel and then H.H. Holmes, when they were under the trial, they both were, well, Holmes was only convicted for one murder. I'm not entirely sure how many charges his partner had, but they went to Moyamensing prison in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Holmes died in prison.
Good.
He was
How old?
That's a good question. It doesn't actually say how old he is. There we go. He was 34. So pretty young.
Oh, that's young, actually.
Yeah, pretty young.
That's younger than I thought.
Just 9 days before his birthday. He died May 7th, 1896.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
34 is like not what I was expecting. I was expecting like probably like late 40s.
Yeah.
Or like early 50s.
I mean, I'm glad they caught him early. I mean,
yeah.
I still think it's a little too late comparing, like,
oh my god, yes. Oh my god, yes. Also, I found how many aliases he has.
Okay.
He has 9. So H.H.
9
Holmes,
different aliases, okay.
Alexander Bond, and then America's first serial killer. I don't know why this is considered as one. The Beast of Chicago. The Devil in the White City.
Okay.
The Torture Doctor. The Archfiend. Judson. And Robert E. Phelps.
Okay.
See, but are these all aliases that he gave himself, or like things that like people over the years have like known him as?
So the Beast of Chicago, Devil in White City, Torture Doctor, Archfiend were all, and America's first serial killer, were all given to him. Alexander Bond, Judson, Robert E. Phelps, and H.H. Holmes was him naming himself that.
Okay. So he did just want some attention by naming himself some of these things.
Yeah.
Got
he
it.
also had 4 wives. Clara Lovering. They married in 1878. Murda Belknap, 1886. Minnie Williams, 1893. And then Georgiana Yoke, 1894. Just a year after Minnie.
Wow.
He was sentenced to first-degree murder. Death.
Why is it so easy for the serial killers to have so many wives?
I have no idea, bro. No idea.
Is it like how like charismatic some of them can be, and like just like how it sucks, but like how good they are at like
creating
choosing
a persona
the right people.
Yeah, which is scary.
Like choosing the like vulnerable people.
Oh yeah.
To do that with. Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say after this. Wow.
And it's interesting that like he's considered like the first serial killer, right? But like
one of
America's.
Probably like the one of the first documented, right?
Yes.
The first, and that's exactly what I mean. Like he's not the first. It's just like I think it's crazy to think about how far back it goes. Like there have been people killing for so long, and there are still people killing to this day.
And it will continue.
And how the most of them are found in the United States. So
yeah, we have a crazy number for that.
Our government is just like shit. Like, what does our society do to make people turn out this way? I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you actually think that they talk about this?
Definitely not.
Do you guys want to know
Definitely
what he said when he got caught?
Yes.
It's about time.
I'm gonna end it off with a couple of little fun facts about him.
Okay.
All right. So this is what he said when he got caught. Quote, "I was born with a devil in me. I could not help the fact that I was a murderer, no more than the poet can help the inspiration to sing. I was born with the evil one, standing as my sponsor beside the bed where I was ushered into the world, and he has been with me since." End quote.
Sir, you need help.
Why do like so many serial killers think they're so profound?
They think they're superior.
They're like ego.
Yeah.
They're like a poet.
They're like, I tried to run from who I was, but I truly could never escape it. And that's why I had to murder 25 people, and not care about their lives whatsoever.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all have something very profound to say at the very end.
Yeah. It's like, I'm God. I have the devil behind me, and he's been leading me on this path. Yeah, fucking bitches, honestly. You never sent us the newspaper article.
Yeah, where is it?
My fault.
Don't leave us hanging.
I know. I almost did.
We were like, where is it?
I am sending.
And you were like, just kidding.
You guys could probably read it. I can't read it for anything. So if you guys want to read it,
I don't know if I'll be able to read it, but
I can try.
I can make out really some words.
File 0185.
That's what I was going to say.
That's not ominous.
No, like there's like some things that you can definitely read.
Okay, Alexa's question.
Yeah.
Since this is file 185, what's file 184?
It's a mystery.
It's the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I can't read this.
Yeah, it's like there's like some things that you can make out, and then there's some things that's like, what? I don't know.
The something before statement.
Wow.
Of William. I don't know.
Mrs. William.
Philadelphia. Mrs. William and Mr.
Oh my God, don't even try to read it right now.
Yeah, I know. This sucks. you definitely we gotta post this on the Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna see who can read it, and then they can put it in
we also should post a picture of that Curious George puppet.
We should.
From earlier to show how bad it is.
It is. It's just a monkey. Like, if you told me it was Curious George, I'd be like, ah.
But it's just a monkey.
I just found this right now.
A monkey. What'd you find?
I don't know how I don't know how true this is. I don't think it's true. But like, I literally just found this right now. They're saying there's like oopsies. There's things that say that H.H. Holmes had like a personal diary. And things that he would write in there would suggest that he was actually Jack the Ripper.
Oh. That honestly is not surprising to me.
I don't think it's true though.
It's definitely not true, but it's definitely not shocking that he's like, I'm Jack the Ripper. Type of thing. Yeah.
Can I read to y'all what the letter actually says?
Yeah.
The following statement was written by me in Philadelphia Co-Prison for the Journal of M.E. as true and accurate confessions in all particulars. It is the only confession of my fearful crimes I have ever made or will make. I will write it fully, appreciating all the horrors it contains, and thus it condemns me before the world. Signed, H.H. Holmes. April 9th, 1896.
You better than me.
Yeah.
That actually makes so much sense.
It's something he would write. It really is something he would write.
Yeah. Do you guys want to know what his last meal was?
Yeah.
Let me recreate it.
Boiled eggs, toast, and coffee.
Hold on, boiled eggs, what else?
Toast and coffee.
Bro is really Jack the Ripper.
I'm glad he had a crappy-ish meal.
That's how British people eat, bro. He really was Jack the Ripper.
The more you know.
Apparently his coffin, he asked for his coffin to be buried 10 feet in concrete.
Did it?
Why? Did he think his body was gonna like reanimate?
Did he not want someone to dig his body out and donate it to science?
No, literally, that is it. He was
Wait,
he was afraid that he was afraid that grave robbers would steal his body and use it for dissection.
Get over yourself.
You're not that all important, bro.
I'm sorry. How does it feel like to be disturbed from your grave?
He was also strangled to death slowly.
He was?
H.H. Holmes.
Wait, by like another inmate?
No, I think this was like I think his neck didn't break when they were doing,
When they tried to, it was death by hanging?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They probably didn't tie the knot properly in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so they just strangled him instead. Anyways,
No, because when you hang someone, it's supposed to break their neck. That's how hanging is supposed to kill you. But but he just dangled there. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's probably better, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna be which as much as that sucks, it's the least that could happen to him.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you, Alexis.
Thank you. Crazy that he confessed to 27 murders and only got charged for one, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
He did die in prison, so
yeah.
I guess we got that. Anyways, thank you for listening to the story of H.H. Holmes. Thank you, Alex, homeboy, for suggesting it. What the hell? But
it is a big case. There is a lot.
No, and there's honestly more that I could say that it's not really necessarily relevant, but there's a lot more that I could say. So
yeah, you mean it's well documented?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Did you guys know that the most recent execution by guillotine was in 1977?
Damn, really?
What? Where was that?
In France.
Wait, that's why do I feel like that's so recent? Too recent?
Because it is.
It is really recent. I don't know.
Just hearing how he was hanged, I don't know, made me think of guillotine death.
Yeah, no, because that was less than 50 years ago when that person got guillotined. Wow.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
What?
More you
How do you know that? September 10th, 1977.
Fun fact.
I don't know. I learned it years ago, and it's just been stored away ever since.
This is what Kai says when they say, "Tell me a fun fact."
Literally.
Yeah. I carried out the last death by guillotine happened in 1977. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, H.H. Holmes.
Yeah. H.H. Holmes. Weird dude. Anyways.
Thanks for the suggestion, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. Real homeboy for that. We want to thank the supporters.
Give us more suggestions,
there.
please.
No, seriously. We got a website, chambersoftheoccult.com. Go to our contact page.
Comment on our
there.
Instagram. Let us know.
Oh yeah, we got one of those too. We also got a Facebook and a Tiki-Talkie, and then we got YouTube. Do we have a Tiki-Talkie?
We have a TikTok.
We have to start posting. Let us know what you want to see there. If not, you're going to get to see whatever
Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what like games you want us to play or like what content you want to see.
Let me know
YouTube.
what you want me to record of them too.
Oh.
Or let us know if you want us to record Alexis.
Nah, just
let us know if you want an Alexis only podcast one day.
Oh my god.
And Jay and I won't even be here.
Yeah. We'll be our day off. We'll be like in Hawaii or something.
Anyways, I am the best one on this podcast. Someone told me that pretty recently.
Oh, was it your mom?
I'm not even joking. Someone did tell me that. I don't thank you, but I think it's all three of us. We the best. Music.
Shut up.
Okay, anyways. Take it away, Jay. Woo!
Woo! So, you know how your case was quite a while ago?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you covered a serial killer?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm covering a paranormal story.
Oh my god, no way. That's crazy.
Of a serial killer?
What?
Is it my serial killer?
That was a cryptid?
What?
I know. Like,
it's like all of the above right now.
I know.
Because, okay, so this is known as the Beast of Gévaudan. And this is a cryptid from France.
Oh my god, Francais.
Oui. So we're going out to France.
Okay. Speaking of France, just earlier. So.
Yeah, you did. That's why I was like, oh my god, like you're setting me up for my story.
I know. Yeah.
So this takes place in the 1960s. Sorry, not the 1960s. The 1760s.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
They definitely were still doing executions by guillotine.
Yeah, widowing.
Oh, they were doing that and much, much more. Okay, so I have for you, because Gévaudan, it's a place in France, obviously. Mm-hmm. But I want to show you where it is in the map.
Okay.
So
where's the map?
Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map?
Thank you, Kai.
I'm the map. I'm the map.
I'm surprised that's the one you remember.
Well, it's because there's like 2 words.
That's
so.
Okay, here it is. I just sent it to you. So
Swiper, no swipey.
And that's Gévaudan, and it's south of France.
I think you're about to say south of Toulouse.
No, it's northeast of France.
No, yeah.
Yeah, because I decided to cover this because I was like, oh, France.
You just went there.
Yeah, I was there. Not Gévaudan, but Toulouse. There's no cryptids in Toulouse, so this was the closest thing I could get.
Just a lot of violet wine.
Yeah. So in 1960s, why am I saying 19? In 1760s, the Gévaudan region it's a remote region. It's a harsh environment, and it's a sparsely populated area in the south of France. And it's known for its thick woodlands and challenging living conditions. Now, because it's the 1760s, I'm going to give you just a brief background on the economic and social background.
Yeah.
Because the 1760s was a period that was marked by severe economic disparity. So, of course, you have monarchy and all that stuff, and then the common class, peasants.
Yeah.
There was ongoing wars, and there was frequent outbreaks of plagues and other diseases.
Mm.
So the first encounter on record, and I am saying because there's a lot, this is really well documented for a cryptid.
Damn. Okay.
It's
wow.
Okay, especially cool. For the 1700s.
Yeah.
I know. No, that's really good.
So there's a document that basically has every single communication between the official record with the beast in it. But it's about 600 pages.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck?
Like, it's really well documented. And
Bro,
you'll find out
the time
why.
to write about this shit.
But also it's in French, so it's also French from the 1700s. Like, so I'm not trying that French at all.
Yeah.
So in 1764 is when we have the first encounter. The first initial attack of the Beast of Gévaudan. There's a young woman from Langonia. It's a small town in the northern border between Gévaudan and Occitanie, and she was attacked by a large animal while tending to her grazing cattle. So you're just taking care of your cattle.
A large animal. Okay.
So a large animal comes to attack you. Fortunately for her, the bulls in the herd drove it away, saving her.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there was like some theories saying that they didn't actually try, like the herd didn't try to save her. They were just trying to protect the younger cattle. So, she was like a bystander that got saved because they were trying to save the younger cattle. But she described the attacker as a monstrous animal, but her account was initially dismissed as hysteria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like they did for everything of women back then.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, they did.
Because the initial description was that the animal was much higher than a wolf, and his feet and arms were armed with talons. His hair is reddish, and his head is large. And
this kind of sounds familiar.
Head, large, long made, and the muzzle of it shaped like a greyhound.
Okay.
Oh.
It was like a big dog wolf human thingy.
Yeah. So this was in early June, and then in July 1st of the same year, there's another attack.
Okay,
Now,
what was this one?
His name is Jean Boulet. Jean Boulet. She was a 14-year-old girl from a village of Hubach. And she was killed by the beast.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the first fatal attack.
Got it.
And the reason why there's so many records is because the parish recorded notes of her burial without her final sacraments. So the church is the records are from the church.
Got it.
Okay.
So I was about to ask, like, how'd they document it like from that point? So the church
it was
did a lot
all
of that documentation.
Yeah, okay. It really was. Now that was in July 1st, and in August, there's 3 encounters with the beast. So it's from August to September. So between those months, there's three attacks. Yeah. So August 25th, a 15-year-old boy was killed by the beast.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
September 1st, another 15-year-old boy was attacked and killed.
Damn, that thing hates 15-year-old boys, apparently.
No, for real.
And then September 6th is when Marianne, a 36-year-old woman, was killed at the entrance to her village.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's what led to heightened awareness and fear.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be fearful.
Yeah. So at this point, there's a total of 5 attacks.
Yeah.
And only 1 survivor, the first one because of the cattle. Everyone else has been killed by this beast.
Oh my god. This is crazy.
And this just started in June. So on September 21st, they actually killed a wolf. A local shepherd killed a wolf, but it was uncertain whether this was the beast. And And the parish priest noted the ambiguity when they killed the wolf. So once again, they were not sure if it was a wolf or not, because technically, while wolves were common, they're not really found near people, and they tend to keep their distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a wolf killed on September 21st, and in October of the same year, multiple attacks were recorded, including one where 3 young children defended themselves with makeshift spears.
Oh, let's go.
Okay.
So these 3 kids were attacked, but they were able to defend themselves.
Yeah. Okay. I see them.
Yeah. And at this point, local hunts were being organized, but the beast continued its attacks, and it was evading capture.
Yeah. Beast.
Now, this is also when King Louis XV was in charge, and the king ordered the peasants to join the hunts alongside the Hummel. Alongside the Hummel, and any who disobeyed would be punished by the court.
Wow.
So, yeah. Also, he also had, how do I say this? So he sent a professional wolf hunter, the king.
Yo.
At that time, the king had his own personal wolf hunter. So that was a title, that was a job you could have.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one.
You're the ghost. You're the monster hunter?
Yeah, I'm the wolf hunter. I know a lot about wolves. I got 2 of them in me.
That's insane. Oh. One's gay and the other one is gay.
Yeah.
Let her live.
And the name of the wolf hunter was John Charles Mark Antony.
That is my name. Yeah. Continue.
John Charles Mark Antony?
Yeah.
That goes crazy.
John Charles Mark Anthony.
He's got 4 first names.
Yeah.
Just like you already.
So now from April to September, the hunters attempt to track and kill the beast, but ultimately they fail, despite employing a large number of hunting parties. And there was a reward for this beast. There was a reward if you killed him. You would have
What was
been
the
paid.
reward?
Your wage for a year, pretty much. Whatever you would earn in a year, that's pretty much what they paid you.
Oh. And that's pretty nice for that time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
True.
That's pretty good.
Now, in November 5th, of once again the same year, this is all happening with the same year, the military got involved.
Ooh.
So this
Calling
is
the big boys.
Captain the Hamel, the one that King Louis XV was sent to work with. So it was Captain de Hamel and 56 troops arrived in Saint Clay, with 17 on horseback to assist the hunting of the beast.
How many people
were involved? So there was actually lots of hunting parties because people the king was offering a full year's wage. A lot of people decided to go hunting. What was difficult though is that during this time, guns were reserved for royalty and upper class. So everyone else didn't have guns.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes,
Nah,
you can say that again.
That's not good when you're hunting for a beast.
Yeah. I actually don't know if the king's personal hunter had his own gun or not because he was the king's, but he was good at killing wolves.
Yeah.
I think honestly, if how sick would it be to be a monster hunter? That's your job.
No,
that's your title. If that was still a thing, I'd be a monster hunter. I don't know. That'd be so sick.
Yeah,
The Witcher.
it would be.
I was thinking of that too. Now, it would be November 16th that there was a newspaper report. And the Courrier d'Avignon published a story with an illustration based on eyewitness testimony describing the beast and its attacks. So I'll be sending you the picture of the beast. Here you go.
Bruh.
Oh my god. Dude, he's so scary. Oh my god.
What?
He kind of, you know what he kind of looks like?
What?
Dude, I don't know. He looks like a dog mixed with like a freaking Loch Ness monster kind of mouth. I don't know.
Wait, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Especially you, Alexis. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Zoom in on his face a bit, right? Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
Does he not kind of look like Josh Hutcherson?
Oh my god.
I love Josh Hutcherson.
I'm not even just bringing it up because I'm being dead serious. Like the eyes, the like square-ish face.
This is Josh Hutcherson's spirit animal.
Vibes.
You know what? We're gonna put this on our Instagram story, and we're gonna put the picture of the beast next to Josh Hutcherson, and we're gonna have to vote whether it looks like him.
We have to tag Josh Hutcherson in it too.
This is Josh Hutcherson, but reincarnated as a wolf monster.
This is
no.
Josh
You mean
Hutcherson
the wolf monster was reincarnated as Josh Hutcherson?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My fault. Yeah.
Mixed with Jeff the Mongoose.
No, literally. Yeah.
Like if Jeff the Mongoose was a big animal.
Yeah. And he was Josh Hutcherson.
I love Josh Hutcherson. He's my favorite.
Okay, sorry I ever brought him up.
No, you're good. I love that.
Yeah, we should bring him up.
It's been a while since we brought him up, so thank you guys.
I know, because you guys hate when I talk about Josh Hutcherson for some reason, even though
you haven't brought him up until Kai did. So
yeah,
you were lagging. Okay, so this was all happening. This all started in 1764. And now we're going to January of 1765, so just the year after.
Okay.
So despite the report with the picture that I just sent you, and wolves getting killed and people claiming that they had killed the beast, the attacks continued.
Damn. Killed those wolves for no reason.
Now, in February, it's when... No, not February. When is it? Okay, it's on... I'll get there. So we're still in February. Now, this is where another attack happens. February 12th, Jack, Porfax, and 7 of his friends were attacked by the beast.
Damn!
Yeah. So at this point, the beast is not going for just single people. Like if it's a small group, the beast seems to go for them. If I don't know, it can. They did survive, and I don't know because they survived. King Louis XV rewarded them for their bravery.
Okay, like for being these monster hunters.
Okay. Yeah.
No, just because they survived an attack.
Oh, I mean, you know what? Considering that there was only one survivor, I guess they earned that award, yeah.
And the kids also survived.
Alexis, you should get that reward for growing up where you did.
Wait away.
You should.
I grew up with wolves, bruh.
Literally, the 2 gay ones inside of you.
Yeah, and they both made out with each other.
You gotta use them.
Oh.
What?
What? So much just happened in like the past 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
let's go to spring of 1765. So a lot of people have been killed.
Yeah.
And the numbers rose to 56.
Holy Christmas nuts.
Yeah. And the official record.
What the fuck? What? Christmas nuts?
What?
She said, holy Christmas nuts or some shit like that. Or what? Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so the number rose to 56, and the official records noted the beast's prolific attacks. So yeah, this is all like in records because the church was keeping records of who was killed, who was buried, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then it would be on September 21st of 1765 that. Do you remember the beast hunter's name?
John Charles Mark Anthony.
Yep. John Charles Mark Anthony. He claimed that he killed the beast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he brought over the animal. The animal was larger than a typical wolf. And he was paraded in Paris.
Oh.
Like the corpse.
Steak?
Okay.
And then the king had the corpse of the animal for display. Until it started to smell, and then they got rid of the body.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, this was not the beast because people kept getting killed. And because the king didn't want to say that he was wrong, he kind of stopped helping people.
Damn. He was just a little too embarrassed, man.
I mean, it's not like the king was wrong, but like Frank Anthony.
Whoa.
John Charles Mark Anthony. Yeah.
There we go.
He technically didn't kill the beast. Because despite the claims, the attacks continued through 1766, resulting in 20 additional deaths and 18 non-fatal attacks.
Damn, bro. So that's like what, 70 something?
Like 80-something people have seen, some have survived, and some have died by Beast of Gévaudan.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like in Twilight. How like they were hunting, like they thought there was like a bear or something in the woods, but it actually just turned out to be the vampires.
Yeah.
It's the skin of a killer, Bella.
So, of course, despite this, the police and the police for help in the region, they were just ignored due to political concerns. And the summer of 1767. One of the local hunters, John Chastel, used bullets blessed by the local clergy and reportedly killed another beast.
Bro, all these animals are dying for like no reason, bro.
Yes. Now, this animal was described with the distinctive features and found to contain human remains in its stomach.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So this is when it's kind of like, wait, did you actually kill it? Because when it came to hunting, there's so many rumors surrounding this beast. Some of the hunters said that they shot it and that the bullets didn't like hurt it at all. Like they wouldn't like they wouldn't pierce the beast.
Yeah. So whatever.
And some hunters would say that even when they killed him, he would rise from the dead.
Yeah, just like me for real.
So,
oh my God.
For it to be like a really well documented one, it's so rare. Like it's a cryptid that has so much documentation.
No, literally, yeah.
So much is still unknown. By the way, this bullets that were blessed, there were silver bullets.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, because like you need those to kill the werewolves and shit.
Yeah, and they think that it was only because there were silver bullets that they were finally able to like pierce the animal and like kill it. But in 1769, it's also the end of the attacks after this local hunter reported killing it.
So, 1766 was when they reported that they killed the beast. It started
in 1764 and it ended in 1767.
1767.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was 3 years that France was being tormented by this beast.
This beast.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you some numbers because it's higher than you think.
Okay.
I was a mathematician in another university.
For the past life,
yeah.
Because the beast had killed over 113 people.
Oh, God
damn,
bro.
In 3 years, 113.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah. So that's about 3 people per month.
Damn, dude.
I mean, it needed to eat, probably. Like, feed, I guess.
Now, these are not the full numbers because 113 were killed. 49 killed, but there was also, in addition to that, 49 survivors who were injured.
Yeah, I was going to say there's survivors too, huh? Yeah.
And other than that, there was 94 separate bodies that were found partially eaten.
Damn, what the hell?
So at this point, we're like in the mid 200s.
Wow.
Of people that have had encounters and either survived or gotten killed by this. So the exact number is really unknown, but it's believed that it was over 300 people.
Gee willikers, brother.
100% a vampire.
Yeah, literally.
So now that you mentioned that, there is a few theories.
Stop! No way. Okay.
Of what this beast actually was.
Okay.
So the first theory that people were thinking is that it was a wolf. But wolves don't actually prey on humans, and they tend to run away. So that one is kind of already like not a valid theory.
Yeah, my homeboys would never.
Another theory was that the wolf had rabies, and that's why it was attacking humans. But animals with rabies tend to die pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
And this animal kept attacking for 3 years.
Yeah.
And the survivors didn't have rabies. So that also...
true.
Yeah. So that's like, once again, big X.
Yeah, debunked.
Boom. Another theory, it's that maybe it was the big bad wolf.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
And by big bad wolf, I mean like a werewolf.
Oh no. I need to build my brick house.
Yeah. No, but the theory was that it was maybe a werewolf. And that's why it was only able to be killed with silver bullets. This could be where the origin of silver bullets could have come from.
Yeah.
But that was a theory. Perhaps it was a werewolf. Another theory was that it was a dire wolf. Dire wolf. Dire wolves were real wolves, and they existed back in the Ice Age.
Ah.
Yeah. And they were like big. I think a dire wolf.
They were huge.
The best way to describe it would be to describe maybe the ones from Twilight.
Honestly,
like how big they are.
Yeah.
They are big. Yeah. But this is just a theory, and it's not really plausible because dire wolves were found in North America, and this was in France.
Oh yeah. Facts.
Yeah. So once again, this is a big no.
Debunked.
Press the button.
Just to debunk your local conspiracy theories.
The other theory is that... Go ahead.
I don't want to cut you off, but that's a great suggestion for an episode where we just go through and try to debunk,
actually, yeah.
like We go through and try to debunk like unsolved mysteries or paranormal cases or stuff like that. So listeners, if you have suggestions for an episode like that, let us know. That would be great.
chambersoftheoccult.com.
That'd actually be fun, just trying to debunk stuff for a whole episode.
We could do like a full, like one case that all three of us cover, and we go in depth debunking them. Like debunking it.
Yeah, like some of our bigger cases, we could like go back into them. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because some of our cases really do have quite a bit of theories.
Yeah.
Now, another one here is that it was a hound hybrid.
Oh.
And that it was a dog crossed with a wolf.
I love wolfhounds.
Yeah.
And they said because it was a dog crossed with a wolf, the dog part would not necessarily be afraid to be near humans compared to just typical wolves. Once again, there's not really like a theory about it. I do love this one. So another theory is that this is the circus theory.
Circus?
Yes. Because some people thought that it was a hyena that had escaped the circus.
Oh, I love hyenas, Brad. Oh my god!
Wait, that picture, the drawing, it kind of
exactly, yes. But I was like, oh wait, that actually kind of like the mouth is very hyena-like, like the hyena type.
The body, and yes.
Now, during this time, it was very, very common for royals to have their own personal zoos. So perhaps one of the royals or like someone very higher up had a private zoo with like a hyena or like a
coyote
wolf or something like that. Yeah. And then the hyena like escaped. However, there was there were no records of animals missing from like private zoos from royalty.
Oh yeah. Damn. Debunked?
Now, yeah, pretty much. And also, hyenas don't really tend to go hunting. They kind of they're scavengers.
Yeah.
So that one also debunks it, just because of the nature of hyenas. I'm disappointed.
It's like because a hyena makes the most sense. Like it's actually, I would have believed it.
Now,
for sure.
I mean, it was plausible until like you start being like, oh well. I mean, I generally don't think a royal would have reported an animal missing. It's like, oh, sir, your hyena went missing.
Whatever, I can get a new one.
Yeah, they don't care. They would not.
Yeah, like why would they report it?
Yeah, like, what do we?
Another theory is that it was the most dangerous animal of all. It was a person.
The human. Oh my god.
So it's a theory is that it was a serial killer wearing pelts to make him look like a wolf or like a animal. But once again, there's not really proof of this. And there was survivors who got like a closer look and, there was quite a large amount of survivors. So it's just another theory out there. Now, there is a more likely theory that could be what it was. And it's not too far off from the hyena. So we'll see how you feel about this one, Kai.
Okay.
So the most likely culprit is a lion.
Huh?
A lion?
But not just any lion. A juvenile male lion.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Lion King.
No. Because
he died, remember?
The younger lions don't develop a mane until they're 2 to 3 years of age.
That is true.
And they also have a reddish tint coat and a dark line of fur running down their back. And their huge paws have like sharp like talon claws when like they pull them out. And they're able to put themselves on their back legs and they can move and jump long distances very swiftly. In addition to that, when lions hunt, they attack their prey on their head or their throat. And a lot of bodies were unfortunately attacked in their head or their throat.
I see.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
But like,
now,
would the lion have been from the circus also? Or
that's what I was going to say. It could have been from like a private
zoo.
And once again, it just escaped. And because the lion was not in its usual habitat, it went for the closest thing to its typical prey, which would have been small children.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to send you a picture of what those like juvenile lions look like before they get their mane, and then you can compare it to the picture.
Because like, I guess it makes sense because it was either like the victims were like young boys, like young children, or they're like old ladies.
Yeah.
So something that like a baby lion could easily overpower.
Mm-hmm. So if you take a look at the pictures, you're going to see the resemblance between the beast and the lion. Not too far off.
Not too far off. I guess I could understand it. Like it's plausible.
Now, Kai, I'm going to give you a little bit of hope.
Okay.
There is one type of hyena that does go hunting.
Okay, I'm interested.
That was a little bit of hope because now I'm going to crush it. Because those are actually striped hyenas. And no one reported this beast to have stripes on it.
Well, what if it was just like really dirty? The stripes were covered up.
Literally. Okay, fair. But yeah.
I think it is a coyote and a hyena and a lion mixed all in together. Coyote.
Have you seen those videos of the dude with like the like wild coyote that like always talks with him?
Yeah.
But like they've like become friends at this point?
Yeah, I've seen those videos. I love that.
I've also sent you a picture of that striped hyena, and it doesn't really look anything like that picture as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, Kai.
That's what striped hyenas look like?
Yeah.
What the hell? That's so weird. They look underdeveloped.
Yeah, they are, Brian.
Those are not scavengers, those are hunters.
Okay.
So,
I like spotted hyenas, bro.
And to this day, there's a lot of talk and disagreement on what the Beast of Gévaudan actually was. But that is the Beast of Gévaudan, the most well-documented cryptid in France.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Why do hyenas look like that?
They look weird, bro. Brown hyenas are like the most normal looking ones, bro.
I think they're the... I was going to say, I think you call them normal because...
Well, brown hyenas kind of look sick, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
So it won't go hunting after people.
But yeah.
I know.
I love coyotes. I didn't realize how close coyotes look to dogs until like recently.
Yeah.
Coyotes are cute.
A while ago, a couple of years ago, I was going on a drive somewhere, and it was like a foresty area, and it was like the first time that I saw like a coyote, and I was just so excited. I was like, "Oh my god!" Oh yeah, I like them.
I always imagine them being like a little smaller and more fox-like than dog-like.
Well, they're still kind of small.
Their ears are pretty like similar to foxes, but their facial features
are very dog-like.
Yeah.
And like their build also.
Yeah, their build is very dog-like.
Just like a slim dog.
There's some coyotes by where I live.
Really?
I wanted a fox so badly when I was younger.
I still kind of do because I
still do.
Yeah, because I feel fox are the perfect mix between a dog and a cat.
A cat and a dog. Yes.
Yes. And I love their laughs. Their laughs is amazing.
Yes. Their laughs are so cute.
Like they're furry enough to be a cat, but they also have the zoomies like dogs do, and they have a wonderful laugh.
They're so cute.
So If foxes were legal pets in California,
if they were legal here, yeah,
I would have
I don't even care. Illegal or not, I'm illegal. I mean,
oh,
what?
I'm illegal.
Wait, is this a brown fox? No, this is a.
It's a it's a fox. It's a fox.
Oh, I love
I love dogs.
What was it, Latina Yoshi or
no, Mexican Yoshi,
Mexican Yoshi, Cuban Mario, and Dominican Luigi.
Oh my god!
Wait, we need to send that to Jay. We need to send that to Jay. I need to look it up.
Please do, because I don't know what it is, but I am concerned and excited.
You guys ever seen a Mexican Yoshi before?
Listeners, please tell us if you know what we're talking about. If not, you can literally reach out to us and we will send you the link to that video.
You can Google it, yeah.
Or Mexican Yoshi, Cuban Mario, Dominican Luigi.
Luigi.
Oh my gosh, I love how they're all on that hashtag. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
Got it. I'm illegal.
I'm illegal. Bro. It's pure gold, bro.
It's so good.
I'm gonna be Mexican Yoshi for Halloween.
And one of the comments is like, damn, Mexican Yoshi fine as hell, or some shit like that.
Who found this?
Me.
My god, guys. That's great, but at the same time, I would love to play one of those.
Yeah, that's what we should do for Halloween.
Oh my, honestly. Can we show up to a costume party like this?
Oh,
create the video.
So done.
We could do that for TikTok.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, on to the next.
No.
To the next what, Alexis?
It doesn't matter. On to the next.
On to the next.
Take it away.
Alrighty. Well, I guess today, so I'm not going to be talking about a true crime case or a paranormal story or even I'm not going to be talking about a cryptid or anything not quite fully human at all. In fact, what I'm talking about today isn't even alive. At least not in the way that humans are.
Can you tell us what it is? Because I want to blur it out, but I might be wrong or I might be right.
Oh, the Voynich manuscript.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not. I was gonna say you're gonna tell us a conspiracy theory, but okay.
No.
What is this?
We can get more into those later on. I don't know. The Voynich manuscript. Something I just learned about. And it's actually known as the world's most mysterious book. So
mysterious.
Yes, mysterious. So yes, today I'm going to be talking about a book, a manuscript. So what the Voynich manuscript is, it's an illustrated, a codex, a handwritten book. It's written in an unknown script, an unknown language that to this day, everybody who has ever researched it does not know what it means. There is no translation for what the code or the cryptography on it does actually mean, and there are people still trying to figure out still to this day.
That's mysterious.
Yeah, the language is called, or it was named Voynichese because people are really bad at coming up with names, I guess. So,
literally.
But yeah, it's such an old book that the paper is not actually even paper. It's vellum, which is dried animal skin.
I have
to be written on. So it's It's a book, and so the pages of it have been radiocarbon dated back to the early 15th century, specifically around 1404 to 1438.
Damn.
So this is a 600-year-old book.
Yeah,
Wait,
bro.
Okay, keep going, because I'm sure you're gonna answer my questions.
Wait, what? Well, what do you have to ask?
No, I was just gonna ask where it was found.
Okay, so the origins of it are like very mixed. There was not. It's kind of bounced around all over the place. So based off of the analysis of like the carbon dating, the style of the writings and the drawings inside of the book, they do indicate that the manuscript originally was composed in like the European Alps region. Specifically somewhere around like the French, Italian Alps area, maybe going closer like south towards like Germany and other areas of Europe.
Okay.
But in all the search of those areas, there is no other like late Middle Age manuscript out there that matches or comes close to any of the collection of the contents, drawings, or the writing that is found in the Voynich manuscript. So it truly is like a one-of-a-kind piece of writing that people are dumbfounded by still today.
Damn.
I would as well.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I am.
Yeah. So, okay. So what the history of like the ownership of the manuscript and how it's come down throughout the years is of course very scattered at times and filled with like lots of gaps. So it was written sometime in the early 1400s, but really the earliest ownership that is like recorded of the book is back sometime in the early 1500s. So the early 1500s, it was believed that the codex it belonged to Emperor Rudolph II of Germany. He was the Holy Roman emperor of that time from 1576 to 1612. And so he purchased it sometime in that 1500s from a man named John Dee. He was an English astrologer who lived from 1527 to 1608. So that is actually the earliest recording of when this book was owned, 1527.
Damn.
I
Okay.
can't wrap my mind around that year.
Yeah, literally.
Like people existed back during that time? That's
for real.
insane. That's insane. Sometimes it's hard to believe people lived 150 years ago. But people living 500-600 years ago is like, I don't know. I think about that from time to time. It's mind-boggling. It literally is.
Yeah.
So Emperor Rudolph II of Germany, he originally, along with John Dee, they kind of believe that it was the work of a man named Roger Bacon. And Roger Bacon.
I love bacon.
Roger Bacon, apparently he, had written a bunch of other manuscripts, but the Voynich manuscript really was nothing like any of those. So it went from the astrologer John Dee, then it went to Emperor Rudolph II of Germany, from about 1576 to 1612. And then it was, seemingly Emperor Rudolph, he gave the manuscript to a man named Jacobus Horkiki de Penex, around 1622. Around 1622. And so the reason why that's known is because there's a inscription inside of the book towards the start that's only visible with ultraviolet light on it. And so so like it's not even fully in the book anymore. The only way is to shine the ultraviolet light to see the soft indentation of Jacobi de Tepanex. Which is, it's insane. Like, that's how old this is. Yeah. So, owned by Jacobus, then eventually a man named George Beresque in 1662. Somewhere around there, he did pass away in 1662. But there was another man who owned it after that, Johann Marcus Marci of Cronland. He owned it for a bit.
I love this names.
I know.
Right? 1595 to 1667. He presented the book to a man named Athanasius Kircher.
That's kind of a sick name.
In 1666. So 1666, and that was, it had somehow managed to make itself closer to like Rome. I do believe that was a Roman man, not entirely too sure. But after 1666, the Collegio Romano, so the Roman college, was in ownership of the book for a while. After that, it was then passed on to Jesuit College at Villa Mandregnon. And after that, in 1912, it was acquired by a man named Wilfred M. Voynich, who did purchase the manuscript. Wilfred M. Voynich, yeah.
And real quick, like, these people are not dying because they own it, right?
No. No.
Okay.
No, they're not.
It's not like a horror movie like you own it and you die.
Okay. No.
Just wanted to get that clear.
No, definitely not. At least not that I know of, I guess. So yeah, Wilfred M. Voynich, he was really the most known owner of this book. Obviously, the book is named after him, the Voynich manuscript. He, of course, did not write it himself, but Voynich was a purveyor of old-timey books. You know, he had a big collection. He was a tradesman, a seller of old manuscripts, books. And so this was perhaps one of his, most prized possessions because of just how mysterious and unsolved it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be pretty proud of
him. So it was then inherited by Ethel Voynich in 1931 after Wilfred passed away. So I do believe that was his daughter.
Daughter?
Ethel.
Child. Ethel?
Or sorry, no. His wife. His widowed wife.
His wife. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you don't want to confuse the daughter with the wife.
Definitely not. Yeah. I don't know if they had any children. So Ethel was in ownership of it for a while, and then in 1969 it was sold to and acquired by the Beneke Library by H.P. Krauss. So it's I think I'm saying that right. Beinecke. I've been saying Beneke. It's the Beneke Rare Book and Manuscript Library, and so they've been in ownership really since that time.
Guess where it is?
What?
Guess where that library is?
Wait, where?
It's in New Haven, Connecticut.
Wait, is it really?
Yeah.
What?
That's sick. I actually didn't know that.
There's a whole fair going on today.
The more you know.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, it's in New Haven, Connecticut.
That's awesome. I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't feel the need to look it up, like where the library was, but I guess I should have. Yeah. That's cool.
I mean, with the amount of hands it's been changed, like it's been going through, I probably wouldn't have looked it up either.
Yeah, like
the name, and then the location came up, and so I was like, "Oh, cool."
Fair.
Oh.
So yeah, that's just a bit of the history of the book. So it has a long, drawn out, confusing history that stems all the way from the early 1400s, which I just think is insane. But the reason why it's the most mysterious, the world's most mysterious book is just because of how it has been so encrypted over the years. People from all over, all different sorts of people, have studied this over the years. So it definitely it lacks the translation and the context needed to properly actually decipher whether it is like a natural language, a constructed language, a cipher, a form of cryptography, or if there's some type of code worked inside. It's still not even fully known if it really is a real work of literature. Like it could be completely fictitious. It may end up that it doesn't mean anything whatsoever.
That would be crazy. Could you imagine like a book that literally meant nothing? It's all just gibberish, and then all of a sudden it became like the most mysterious and famous thing in the world or whatever.
But I also feel like that's a lot of work to make a book, especially back in that time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, the thing
could
is
also be the biggest prank ever.
It's funny that you bring up gibberish, because it's funny that you bring up gibberish because like they of course tried to study it for that. They're like, what if this just does not mean anything? And the reason why there has been such continued research onto this and there's such a strong belief that it does mean something is because when like compared with gibberish, it is completely unidentifiable, because the point of gibberish is that you're covering up real words that actually exist. So
So
if you're writing in gibberish, you have something subconsciously that you're writing it about. Yeah. Which means the patterns of that show up in the text that you're writing, even if it is gibberish. But they don't understand anything that is being written or is written on these pages of the manuscript. And so that's why it's so strongly believed, with all the work put into it as well, that it truly does mean something. And that's why there's been so much continued research on it.
That's
I
feel like people dedicated to studying things like this are fascinated by this book.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's insane. So the manuscript consists of about 240 pages that are all filled, but there is evidence that some of the pages are missing from over the years. Also, the text is very clearly written from left to right and from top to bottom. So it is in our modern times, it's an eligible form of writing.
Yeah.
So it's not completely just crudely put in there. It is actually very, very
somebody
nice
wrote
writing.
This down. Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is also, the manuscript does actually appear to be written by more than one and up to 5 different hands in the book. So there are slight differences in the language as it does continue, even though the writing is always very concise and very nice going through the book. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is scribbled in or badly written in. It is all very organized. Good penmanship, yes. But actually going through the book, the language isn't fully consistent. It shows a bit of slight differences in words and the different labels and things as it does go. So it actually shows that there was a bit of language drift as the book went on. So it was probably written over a period of time rather than all really at once, which does also contribute to more than one person writing it and it being something that was fully understood by those people.
Yeah, because if multiple people wrote in it, they knew what they were writing.
Yeah. So the words, lines, paragraphs of it are very clearly displayed. They're the like style and the layout of the text does change depending on the section of the book that they're in. It surrounds the drawings that are used throughout. So the drawings that are on a page help define the tone of the text that's written, which is another interesting thing about it. But also it was a very text-based book. There's no... The book was entirely blank spaces, which meant that it gave them all the space they needed to be able to write, and then the pictures would be drawn around them. So all of the words that are in the book are very intentionally crafted. And actually, all throughout the book, there are very, very little, like, changes. So there is rarely ever times when the words in there are actually messed up. Like, they're not scribbled out, they're not drawn over, or tried to be erased. So it was very carefully written.
I want... what?
I'm like looking at...
there's so many questions, but there's very little answers.
Yeah.
There's no form of punctuation used in the writing.
I love that.
I don't know if there's vowels or consonants. But a lot of the words seem to recur throughout the text, showing that like different themes are reinstated, or the language or like the encryption technique used is consistent and constant throughout. So that's why there are different methods of looking at it. Like some people study it through a humanitarian lens. Some people study it through a historical lens or a cryptology lens. There's so many different people that try to uncover this. And over the years, there have been lots of people that have apparently, solved the meaning of the Voynich manuscript. But almost in every case, like a week later, it's completely debunked. And it's just completely debunked. And it's like, oh, nope. It actually wasn't actually decoded. We all know Foothill College, right?
Yeah.
Right. Close by. Pretty recently, they actually thought that they managed to uncover.
No way.
What the Voynich manuscript meant. Yeah. But of course, they were debunked after that. It wasn't actually. It wasn't actually decoded. It was in 2019. It was mainly through one of the anthropology instructors at Foothill College. He and his team, deciphered what it meant. And I was like, whoa, no way. I was like, that's such a random college, like to say that they found the key to translating the text. Yeah.
I guess really all it takes is one person to either think outside of the box and find I don't know how it works.
Yeah. So yeah, there are 240 pages. Some of the pages even have like folds in them so that the pages can fold out into bigger extensions to have more of the drawing or more of the text on them. Some of them are very nicely drawn. There's an illustration on essentially every single page of the book. And that's actually one of the more, I guess, curious things about the book. I'll actually send you guys like some pictures of the book in our group chat.
For some reason, I think that it's like creepy old book.
Yeah, I'm like looking at some of the pages right now, and the scripting, I don't know, it just reminds me, it looks like a mixture of Hindi and like Farsi to me. Like written down. I don't know if you guys know what those languages look like when written, but like, yeah, it looks kind of similar to it, but also not really.
But yeah, and that's people like it's definitely not from those areas, is what people do know. It is more
sure not.
It's definitely more like a Germanic type of language.
Yeah.
And you said it was written first and then the drawing was added after.
That's usually how it went. Like the text was written on the page and then
they left room for
For the images, there's two different ways. It seems like there was the text purposely written on the paper, and then the drawings were created around it. But of course, they knew what drawings they wanted to make on those pages because the drawings directly affected the tone of the text.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all sorts of different things on display in the manuscript. Lots of herbal and botanical drawings, lots of cosmological or astronomical astrology topics, pharmaceutical topics.
I was going to tell you that I see that there's some plants in there. Were they ever able to identify those plants?
Most of the plants drawn in the book have still remained unidentified. There are 113 different plants in that book that still remain unidentified to this day.
What?
Damn, dude.
And all of the constellations, the star patterns that are drawn in the book are also unidentified. There are, remarks to astrology in there showing different signs like, Pisces, Taurus, Sagittarius, things like that, which of course we know we do have something we can connect that to, but the other astrological signs are just completely unknown from inside that book.
Yeah.
So yeah, different, cryptographers, even code breakers, have tried looking into this. Anthropologists, psychologists, so many different people that have looked into this manuscript, but it still has never been deciphered.
Damn.
Let's see. What else?
People get on it.
They've been on it for 600 years.
Do better. I don't know what to tell you.
And it's called the Voynich?
Yeah, the Voynich.
Yeah. Voynich manuscript.
I just looked up.
People from Atlantis wrote it, and that's why we can't decipher it.
Exactly, the Lost City.
Yeah, this is the Lost Book from the Lost City.
This is completely off topic, but I just looked up H.H. Holmes so that I could prepare photos for our Instagram post.
Yeah.
And there's photos of him side by side next to Leonardo DiCaprio and Keanu Reeves for some reason.
Well, wait.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
What the
this
hell?
Man no. What? What? No, I see it. I see the one. I see them both.
You saw? Yeah.
I also see Meghan Markle.
Yeah, Meghan Markle. She's a descendant, is what people are saying.
Is this a picture of what the murder castle looked like?
Yeah.
It was called the Murder Castle, right?
Yeah.
That's some Sweeney Todd shit.
By the way, it was torn down, but it stood until 1938. Anyways, continue.
Do you know what's standing there now? Sorry, let's keep going, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are fine.
Tell us about the book. The manuscript.
The manuscript.
I like the word manuscript.
I know, it's honestly pretty fun.
Yeah.
So Alexis, you know of the movie, or do you guys, I know Jay, do you know the movie Arrival?
Yeah.
Yeah, of aliens coming down with the language and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because so there's some people who think it's just an unsolvable mystery that will never be solved.
Indecipherable.
Yeah, there's this guy named Robert Richards. He's a historian of science at the University of Chicago, or at least he was. He said he uses the codex of the manuscript to teach the concept of scientific paradigms, and where a scientific theory shapes research so much that you can't even really explain or identify anomalies outside of the theory. So that's sort of how he views the manuscript, but he actually said in an interview, he was like, Richards likens the Voynich text to the inscrutable language used by aliens landing on the Earth in the 2016 film Arrival. And I just think that's fun because Arrival is like one of my favorite movies ever. So
I'm so glad you brought that up because I'm obsessed with the movie as well. Anything that's sci-fi alien type of shit, I am obsessed with. Sci-fi. Did you know that the movie Arrival was based on a short story?
Yeah, I still need to read it.
There's just so much more. And the original title for the movie Arrival was actually Story of Your Life.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that it was really titled that, but
yeah. Sorry, I'm obsessed with this movie.
No, you're good. I love Arrival.
So when you mentioned it, I'm like,
three of us have to talk about it. Yeah.
Let's go. I love Arrival. Yeah, we should watch Arrival and record a podcast on it.
I am so down.
Like us watching it, that'd be cool. Patreon.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Honestly, you know what? We should have like the 10-15 minutes before we start, before we get into stories, and then like after. But we should have those 15 minutes for a total of half an hour, like for Patreon.
Okay.
Like if people want to,
my brain just when you said that, bro.
All right. If people want to hear us talk more, then like they can subscribe. If not, they can like get the stories. But we can still talk. I mean, this is what we're gonna do if you guys don't tell us what you want.
Seriously, let us know what you guys want to hear. That would be very awesome. Yeah. I will end this off by saying, though, that Robert Richards, he says, like, we're not even sure it's really a language at all, since it's so far outside our linguistic paradigm. Though it looks like it means something, Richard says, we could be assured of that only if we can translate it into our language. And he says, it may be, after all, just a medieval nonsense joke.
Damn, dude.
Actually.
Who really knows?
Languages are crazy. Like, how did English come to be, bruh? Like, I don't know.
How did any language come to be?
How did any language? Literally, yeah. I don't know.
Now that you said that about, it could be some medieval nonsense. I have a medieval cooking book in French.
Okay.
And it's written in, modern French and old French. So I can't figure out the old French for my life. Like I would get killed if I went to France when they spoke old French. But they have a section towards the very end that's called Impossible Dishes. And I love it because one of them is a whale dish, which, whatever. Another one, it's a peacock one. And another one is like
mongoose?
No. It's a rooster, but with like plated armor.
That's so funny.
Oh, when it comes to like my piece, yeah. So I'll say something in a bit, but when you said it might be some medieval nonsense, I'm like, okay, it might just, I can see that, but there was so much work put into it, though.
There was, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So the Beneke Library, where it's still held, is owned by Yale. It's essentially the Yale Rare Books Library. And so recently, I think it was 2020, they actually put up the transcript of the entire manuscript. So it's kind of cool to look at. You can also buy copies of the manuscript online, which are pretty cool.
No way.
Yeah.
That's sick.
I'm glad how they actually make it accessible to people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that are in the archives and no one ever sees.
Well, yeah, such old books that are never going to see the public are never going to get to look at. But no, this is just out there. It's cool.
Or like when the Vatican has like so many things archived.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to see. I want to read. I just want to know the name of the titles of the books. But thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kai.
You're very welcome.
And that's a
also
wrap.
to answer your question earlier, Jay, it's now a post office.
Oh, it's a postal office? A post office?
Yeah, it's a post office. The H.H. Holmes building. That tornado.
The murder castle?
Yeah, the murder castle.
So they did actually build something like where it used to be.
Yeah, so it was torn. It was there until 1938, and it was torn down, and then they started building a post office there.
Do you think it's haunted?
Probably. We should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And we should just talk to him. It's like, hey, like, do you ever see anything weird in here?
We need to go to New Haven.
We do.
There's so many cool things in New Haven.
I also think that we can find even more cool things if we just start looking in there.
I want to go to her grave.
Yeah,
Let's
their
do
graves.
They're all their graves, yeah.
It's a whole family in there.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I'm glad that they're together, not, in different states.
Well, I'm not glad that they're like dead, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, girl, folks, we'll get into this another time.
Yeah. Anyways.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Being here.
Episode 10 is in the books. We're in the double digits.
10. Woo! Double digits. Just leave stuff in the website and tell us what you want, listeners.
Literally any suggestion. Like drop whatever you want to hear.
Palatable.
Even if it's not necessarily like always spooky story, true crime stuff. Like if it is anywhere in the general area of things that you could imagine us talking about, then
you can also
drop
let
it
us
in there.
know. Yeah, you can also let us know what case has been your favorite so far, so we get a feeling for what you like.
Yeah, true. Yeah, actually, yeah.
So just write in so we know you're out there.
Interact with us a little more.
Yeah, so also wherever you listen to us, Spotify, Apple Podcast,
so many other platforms.
Give us a 5-star and a review.
Yeah.
It takes minutes and it really helps put us out there.
Yeah. Tell us how good I am at carrying these two guys, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
If you interact with us, we will interact with you.
Yes.
If you tell us that you want me to bleep Alexis saying Josh Hutcherson, you will be proud.
Josh Hutcherson.
No, bleep it out. None of them.
Josh Hutcherson.
All right, goodbye.
All our socials, goodbye.
Bye. Love you guys. Bye.